Hello everybody, happy Thanksgiving to you. I'm just stopping in for a few moments just to share an encouraging word that the Lord woke me up this morning just for some listener, someone who may be at the point of needing to hear this word. I just want to let you know that although today is the day where persons are gathering with their family members and they're expressing their gratitude and their thanks to God for our family, for our friends, and many other things. But some of you, there's someone here, there's someone listening that their loved one has gone on and the loved one is not here. I want to say to you today from the mouth of the Lord. I remember our first Thanksgiving without my brother. Many of you know my brother, James L. Ash Sr. The party didn't get started. The family event didn't get started until my brother got there. Well, many times he would be waiting on me so we could just come together and collab, and we would just have a wonderful, wonderful time with all of our family. Many of you know that my brother was a very funny person. He loved to have fun. He loved people, you know, just an awesome person. And so I remember our first Thanksgiving without him. Well, we decided that we were going to still continue to come together. My aunt and my uncle, my mom, and my children and other family members, we were all gathering around. And of course, because it was a big part of our family, you know, the void, we could feel the void, and we could feel the void of him being missing. Even though we gathered and, you know, we were there, you know, just coming in and bringing our dishes in and everything, we could feel the void. But even going, God said that you're going to go and you're going to celebrate. He was a happy person. He loved having fun. You're going to celebrate. Right? And so what began to do, I said, y'all, we're going to put on some music. And I think we ended up doing like the Soul Train line, you know, just for fun, the purpose of fun, you know, in memory of my brother, because he was a very fun person. There's a video clip, and I am going to put it in the description of this video, so please go and watch it. But that particular day, we was listening at some music, and we just began just having fun, you know, just fun, family fun. But we were doing that because, you know, if he was there, he would be having the greatest fun. We all would be having the greatest fun. But even though he wasn't there, because of who he was, and we know that to die in the Lord, you are so in his arms and in his bosom, having a wonderful time, right? And so we knew that if he was here, you know, upon the earth, upon the land of the earth, he would not want us to be sad. He would not want us to just be sulking and just grieve forever. So we made a decision that day, you know, we're going to celebrate. We're going to have a good time. I also remember the first year around his birthday time, you know, he passed. Nobody but James Ash could have a whole weekend, right? His birthday, I think they were getting ready to do an appreciation for him the Saturday of, and some other anniversaries that was going on. But nonetheless, I remember we all wanted to get together. I think it was his wife at the time, my mom, myself, and we got together at a restaurant, and, you know, we went in. And so I said, listen, guys, let's do this. Instead of, you know, be really sad, let's decide to remember the happy times, to celebrate who he was as a fun person, the laughter, the joy, all of that. So we just begin one by one to think of fun times, happy events, you know, some crazy happy things that he had done. And I remember we just sat at the table and we just laughed and we had a good time thinking on him, not ignoring him, but not, you know, choosing not to be in a place where we were grieving ourselves so much throughout the day because he wasn't there. But we decided to take authority in that moment, right? And as we took authority in that moment, we decided he is missed. This is his birthday. This is our first Thanksgiving. He's not here. He is greatly missed, greatly missed. But we're here to celebrate God first. But even in the midst, we're going to acknowledge that he isn't here, but we're going to acknowledge it in a good way. We're going to acknowledge it in the fun and in the joy of the Lord and in the spirit of who he was. So I say that to you this morning to make a decision that that loved one that's no longer here with you, make a decision. Take authority and say, you know what? We are going to acknowledge their presence, acknowledge their life and the wonderful time we had with them. No, they're not here with us, but we take refuge in knowing that as they died in the Lord, as they transition, as they shifted to be with the Lord, there is no better place than to be but with the Lord. But on the flip side, those that have to be here among the land of the living and feel the loss, we're going to decide today, as we hear the voice of the Lord bringing this message, we're going to make a decision that we're going to choose to celebrate that person in the happy times, in the good times, in the times of joy. Hallelujah. I promise you, it will completely change your holidays. It'll change the family events. It'll change the family get-togethers. It doesn't mean tears won't be shared, because even after that, there were times, you know, I may be working, or I may be doing this or whatever, you know, and the tears would flow. But you know what I did? I would just have that moment. I didn't ignore it or try to suppress it. I allowed that moment to be what it was. I wiped my tears, you know, and I kept going. I kept going. And so the Lord woke me up this morning, early this morning, and He said, I want you to minister this to my people. He wants you to know, to be encouraged, not to avoid holidays, not to avoid family events, but to acknowledge their presence and celebrate the good times. Hallelujah. Knowing that God is at the center. We celebrate Him. He's number one who we celebrate, but just acknowledging and celebrating the life of that person, just by way of, you know, good times, great times. So may God bless you. And I just pray that heaven will shine upon you. The rich blessings of the Lord will be upon you. I pray that someone will get this, and this will just really minister to their heart. I know for us, this Thanksgiving makes actually 12 years that my brother has been going on, and you know, he's still greatly missed. You know, people come up and they talk to us about that all the time. You know, he was so loved. He was a great part of our community, very missed. You know, very loved. But even in the midst of that, you know, we go on, we celebrate, we have our moment, we remember, and then we keep going, because we still got work to do. You know, we still got people that need to hear the gospel. We still got family that need to be nurtured, etc. And we have to live, because at the end of the day, God has purposed us here for His purpose, for His will, and for His destiny. Love that loved one. Hallelujah, absolutely. And acknowledge their presence in your event, in your holiday, your family event, you know, in the good times. Highlight the good times. Hallelujah. And keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. So I hope and pray that this has blessed you. Be blessed. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving in the love of the Lord. And remember, Thanksgiving is not just a day. It is not just a moment, but it is a lifetime. It is a Christ-like walk, as we are giving thanks to God in all things. In all things. God bless you. Bye.